Hi, happy 4th of July. It's the 4th of July here in Birmingham, Alabama. Kerry Grinkmeyer, Best of Us Investors. Please subscribe and hit the like button. But with the market being closed, I decided I wanted to review what I've done in the first 6 months of 2023 and how it's performed. And what I did was create the Bus 13 portfolio, and it's up some 80%, and it's outperforming the S&P 500 by 62%. And so I decided I wanted to review how that came to happen.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Grinkmeyer.
Well, I put together 7 steps that I went through, and let me share them with you. The first thing I did was identify an industry that was going to change as a result of artificial intelligence. I recognize that the computer systems that we have, the data centers that we have, were going to be pushed hard to keep up with the demand that artificial intelligence was going to put on it. That is to say, the internet is basically a static platform at this point. You go to a website, you read from what they put up, and that's it. And you make a decision of what you're going to do accordingly, or you watch a video or whatever. But with artificial intelligence, and we've learned this from Bard and ChatGPT, you're going to interact with the internet. That is going to say, you're going to go to the website, you're going to see something, and then you're going to have the opportunity to ask a question. And then they through ChatGPT and Bard, they're going to give you an answer. That's going to require tremendous computer power, and it's going to require a rebuilding of the semiconductors and everything within the computers in those data farms to make it work. So, recognizing that, I then said, okay, I have to find the stocks in that industry that are going to give me a 20% plus return over the next 20 years, or per year over the next 20 years. I had, in order to identify those stocks, I determined they had to show me a 20% plus increase in the past 5 years in their income, their revenue, their stock price, and their earnings per share. So what I decided I would do would be go and find that information, and I found it on Seeking Alpha, and then I created a template that I could look at and see if they met all that criteria, and then I could make a projection based on anticipated earnings, what their price was going to be between 2024 and 2027. So what I'm looking for initially is an increase in price between now and the end of December 2024 of over 30%. And that's what the Bus 13 portfolio was built on. And so what I've done is said, it's a lot of work to put these numbers in, so I'm building an app. And that is an app that all I have to do, I have the criteria, I have it on an Excel spreadsheet, and I also have it on a Google Sheets. So what I want is all I do is put the ticker in, and all the calculations are done for me. Here's the template that I'm using. Now, what I want to do from there is basically say, okay, now that we recognize what is happening in the data centers and the computers of the future, who is going to deliver this new realm of artificial intelligence? And what I see that is I used to be a real estate agent before I got into YouTube, and that's a whole nother story. But what happened is I built a database of those clients that I had done business with, of people that I knew, and I knew something about them. Through companies like Salesforce, I had a client management software that basically sent them greetings on their birthdays, their children's birthdays, their anniversaries, followed them on Facebook and responded to they were on a vacation, whatever. What's going to happen in the future is Salesforce is going to have all this data that on me, and Jamal is my real estate agent, and they will generate from that data an email to my wife Nita, and Jamal will ask Nita, well, how you and Kerry doing? I want to give Kerry my condolences for his brother's death. How did he know that? He got it, or Salesforce got it off of Facebook. Okay, and then he's going to say, how's your son in Florida doing? What are you and Kerry doing relative to, are you going to downsize? Are you going to move closer to your son? Anything I can help you with. That will be totally generated by Salesforce, and it will come without Jamal even knowing about it. Nita will respond to that email and say, well, as a matter of fact, Jamal, we have, in fact, been talking about selling our house here in Birmingham and moving down to the beach closer to our son, Trent. That Nita will respond to. That will then trigger Jamal to send a response. But it won't be Jamal. It will be Salesforce. And in that response, it will say, I've done some research on your home. What's actually happening is Salesforce will search Zillow, and it looks like the price of your home has gone up X% over the last 3 years. I would estimate that the price is $795,000. How did he know that? He didn't. He doesn't even know this is going on. Salesforce is doing this. They're pulling the data off of Zillow. That's where they got the price, and thus that will be the next response between our communication between Nita and Jamal. And then Jamal will end up, what would be a convenient time for me to stop by and see you and Kerry, and here's a choice of times. That will all come from Salesforce. Okay, that's what I'm looking for now to create my next portfolio of those companies that are going to deliver AI. Now, where are they? Who are they? What I just described to you relative to a house sale is going to happen relative to our cars. The data is there that they know that Nita owns a Porsche and I own a BMW, and we will get an interchange from the people who service our cars, just like what I gave you on the house. This is what's going to happen. And imagine the amount of power that's going to require from the computer systems, but at the same time, imagine how valuable Salesforce is going to become. Now, with all this happening, the other issue is a tremendous amount of exchange of data, of personal information. So what are the other stocks I'm looking for? Cybersecurity. It's got to be a boom for cybersecurity because all this data is moving back and forth, and it's got to be protected. So I'm now using my template, my app that I've used to build my Bus 13 portfolio to build my Bus 12 portfolio, which is going to, as I say, focus on those companies that are going to profit the most from the delivery of artificial intelligence to you and me. And this same application is going to happen in every business in the world because Salesforce is going to contact every one of those car dealerships, every one of those real estate agencies, every one of whatever. That this data is going to flow. So I will take this same steps and go to Seeking Alpha and put together the numbers into my app to evaluate the companies that are going to deliver artificial intelligence to you and I. or to me as a business owner, so that you can come to my website and you can ask a question about a generation skipping trust, and I can give you an answer, and I can gather data from you as we're doing this to engage you in a conversation, and then find a way for me to monetize that within my business. Okay? That's where this is going. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to make available to you through our Discord and our coming website. So if you want to be a part of our tribe, a group of people who are going to benefit from the 7 steps that I showed you as to how to identify the stocks that are going to make a difference in our world as we are going into the best investment opportunity of my lifetime. And I'm within almost 1 month, 2 months of being, 79 years old? Yeah, I'm going to make more money in the next 5 years than I did in the preceding 78 years, because I'm building an app that will give me a window into the world and analyze the companies in the world who are going to make a difference in our life. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor, and I'm having the time of my life.